Hello friends, my name is Mukesh Badgujar, and now we see the types of animation. So there are some different types of animation. In that, first is the traditional traditional animation, or classical animation, or also we call that hand drawn animation. So in this technique we draw each frame by hand. By each we draw each frame by hand, um on the physical medium like paper, sheet, or anything. Means in older days the animator draws the whole frame by frame, frame by frame, that animation on the paper. So then it mostly using 20th century. It is mostly used in 20th century. So at that time there were no computers there. Means it no more computer there. So they draw on the paper by hand, and animator draws the character layout by the background on a paper. Means other animators makes the background, what are the hills and other things. Some animator makes the some clouds and whatever thing, and some animators makes the main action of the humans that shown in that animation. So so each drawing would be satisfied different than one before it and one after it. After drawing all the frames, after drawing means whenever we draw all the frames, that time we put all that frames on the photocopied, that we can make the photocopy of all the frames, and retraced, and or we retrace that the frames on the transparent sheets called the cell. We also call it as cell or a film. After that line art is done on a cell point. Means we draw the frames. After that we get a photograph, or we trace it on the cell. And after cell we dr- uh, we we applied on it the line art like this. And then we moving the film fast, and we have to the illusion of moving object. Means the cell, it means a film of a roll. If you see older cameras, so in that cameras we have many films, and we place that all the films, all the films one by one on that. And if you have to see, show the show the film, and then we move that film very fast from this here. And by this we show the actual moving object, and we have an illusion of the moving objects. So it is the traditional animation. Next it is our clay animation. Clay animation means m- each animated piece of the character, or background, or all things are made of the malleable substance. Means the clay that is plasticine clay that is used to make the characters, or we also called it as the modeling clay. It is also called modeling clay. It is popular still today, because many in the cities there are many babies and other childs are making some characters by that clay and play they. And after in animation, first we have an clay, then we make an object, and then we capture the photograph of that clay or of that object. At that time, after capturing first photograph, then we made slightly changes in that object, and again we capture photograph, again we slightly changes in that object. So it is called the clay animation. Clay animation is also called as clay motion or plasticine animation. So we capturing all the frames, means we capturing all the photos of that object whenever our movie will completed. Means at first action we capture first frame, first photograph, then second, then third, up to n times. Means uh, about 30-minute movie. It takes the round at round figure 21,000 changes in the clay motion. So we have to capture 21,000, almost 21,000 or 600. We have to capture images for the 30-minute animation movie. So by this way we do the clay animation. Next is our cell animation. Cell animation, as we see the cell animation in beginning. Cell animation means it is a transparent sheet. It is the transparent sheet that having on which we can draw object or painted. For traditional animation, the characters are drawn on the cell. That cells are pasted on the static background drawing. So the sheets are transparent if we draw some objects, and uh, behind that object we put another frame, another object, and we show the background for that object. The outline of the images are drawn on the front of the cell, while colors are painted on the back to the eliminated. Means we fill the color on this side, back side. So as this we can do the cell animation. Cell animation is also called as a frame by frame animation. And next is the stop motion animation. So what is stop motion animation? So it is an animated film it is the technique in this object are physically arranged in a small incremental changes, like we see in the clay animation. um, Clay animation, and then we increment some changes between objects, and we capture photograph of each of the action, and then we play the fast and we play that photograph at fast, and we see the moving object in that. So this technique created by uh, Albert E. Smith and J. Start Backton in the Wheat Graph Company in 1897. So this is all about the types of animation. So we will see the animation by this. So in this lecture we saw only the only the types of animation. In next video we see the benefits of animation. So thank you for watching.